Welcome back to the channel. That's W.K.R.H 12 Productions. I'm Keith, and welcoming you to another edition of a purchase and custom-made car vehicles that we have for first responders and police car vehicles for the month of May. So we have the builds going in, and a lot of cars we need to show you. But before we begin, I want to show you. I told you in the last video that we found a product that will restore our and protect and seal our decals that we made on our after we finished the projects that we just recently used. So, but we wanted to show you, and we found out that it's been working real good here. Quick Shine. Let me see. Quick Shine Floor Luster. There we go. Yeah, this is it. This is the product here. Couldn't tell you exactly what it was in the last video since I had it put away. But here's to show you right now. This is what you get. And in the last video, you know, we was just trying the product for the first time, so we only had it for like a couple of weeks. Quick Shine Hardwood Floor Luster. Yeah. We call it a floor luster, and we poured it into a bottle, another bottle, a smaller bottle, so we can put it on our workbench. But man, restores, protect, refresh. But this is the product, and nicely done. Holloway House, yeah, that's it. But didn't even know the brand name. But man, it does a great job. I only had this for since last video. I only had it for a few weeks, maybe not even a few weeks, maybe like 2 weeks. 2 weeks in, since the last just before the last video, we only had the product for 2 weeks, and it worked out tremendously well. And we wanted to buy into it, but we wasn't ready to show everybody yet until we had a true test. Man, we had a true test since then, and we practiced, and we put it on half of our models and stuff. Yeah, half of our projects that we've done, half of it. Yeah, I didn't even realize how expansive how expansive our collection was on just the builds, on what we build, finished builds that we done. Man, that is amazing. But also the product is amazing too. You can put as little or as little of a coat on it. You can put as many coats on it. You can put it on decals, and you know, you can put it on decals like this. And you can put as little of it as possible, or you know, you can lay it on thick. Don't matter, it'll do the job. And then you can put it on top. You can put it all over a car. You can paint just on the decals or the entire vehicle, and it does a great. And it has establishes a great shine. Now, once you put it on the decals, once you put the decals on the vehicle, then you will have. This is a purchase vehicle, but anyway, we have tried it, and we'll just do this one, and then you'll have the seals. You know, you'll have it sealed up on the decal sealed up on it. Let me zoom in a little bit more here, and you'll have the decals sealed up. And when you have you'll seal the decals up, put a shine. Man, and it keeps the smallest decals in place. Does a great job. Did all that, and then puts a good luster shine to it. Man, we were happy about this. We're more than happy about it, and it keeps the decals in place. Now we play with these police cars, believe it or not. Yes, there is a Toy Story in our house, but there is we do play with them. And they're durable enough for us to play with them. Once all it asks is that the only thing is that you have to wait for all your decals to dry. So I give it about a day to dry, and then be able to put the floor polish on it. But it works out well. I'll try to keep you more informed on it as we go along. as we start our custom builds, first responder, police car, first responder, custom and purchase custom builds and purchases for the month of May. We want to thank you for your support. And like I said, if you want to try it or you have something else, that's great. That to seal your decals, that's great. This is what we've discovered and what we've used. No yellowing, no streaking at all. It just works. It just works great, and it's the most durable product that we have ever used on a project of any type. So this has been great. Now, first up, without further ado, let's keep it going. First up, Dodge Challenger for the KC Police Department, Kansas City, Missouri Police Department. There's a Kansas City, Kansas Police and a Kansas City, Missouri Police. This is a Hot Wheels Dodge Challenger. Hot Wheels Dodge Challenger SRT. It's a demon. It's considered a demon vehicle. When we got it, there was no details on the front and back, so we provided the details on the front and the back, make it a slick top. Did a great job with it. We'll try to zoom in as much as we can, but we'll show you as much as we can on the vehicle. Got the Kansas City Police Department on both sides of the doors, and kept it a slick top and everything else. Good bumper number on the top front, on the top front side there, and nicely done. And we detailed the visor lights on the windshields on both the front and the back. We detailed that and we detailed the rear of the vehicle. Put police on it in the back. Not bad at all. Not too many decals for this vehicle. Decals came from Police Decals and Deals, Miss Rhonda Curley. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. Did a great job with that. She's going to have quite a few products, quite a few projects that we've done here that will have her, that we'll be recognizing her for. So she expanded a bit here, and May 2. Nicely done. Nicely done. These are custom build vehicles. Took the tampos off of the previous, what was previously on there, and refurbished it to make it a police vehicle. Nicely done on these Dodge Challengers. For a suburb area, plenty of room to roam for these Challengers to run. Yeah, great job on that. All right, try to go a little fast if we can. Yeah. We can, in a way. We've done next vehicle up is another custom project on this Corvette, Chevy Corvette Stingray. That was already a police vehicle. That was already a previous unit when we first bought it. We refurbished it and made it to this one, the Virginia State Police. Now, you've seen this on previous videos. We just made this one that you saw, this vehicle, on previous videos, and we just made another one to add to the fleet. So we're not going to worry on that. Alright, there we go. Trying to adjust the camera so you can see all the depth of the vehicle. I don't think we have a lot of depth here. Can't get this camera to depth. There we go. Got a little bit, but I'm gonna have to hold the camera a little bit. Yeah. And just show you right quick, because like I said, this is we just made another vehicle like this, a similar vehicle like this, to add to the fleet. This was a custom build with the decals made by Rhonda Curley of Police Decals and Deals. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. Great job as always. Not the only vendor. We usually We usually buy the accessories and decals to build a rapport. But we also have a 3D printer where we can do a little bit of accessory building ourselves and add to the mix. Let's go with the next one. Next vehicle up. This is a purchase vehicle. This is a green light Ford Crown Victoria of the New Orleans Police Department. This one came out of the packaging that represented it, NCIS, or yeah, NCIS Miami. Oh, excuse me, New Orleans. Yeah, NCIS New Orleans of the New Orleans Police. Ooh, I'm thinking CSI Miami in the in the other regard. They have so many NCIS. CSI, TV shows and everything else. Kind of leave you bedazzled. You got good designs on both sides. You got the NOPD initials on the back. Just top of the trunk, top of the trunk of the vehicle. Also has the symbol on the top of the hood. Oh, excuse me, top of the trunk. And then you have other designs on the side, on the upper rear. You got 911, but you also got a swirl symbol right behind the emergency 911 symbol. Nicely done. Windshield has New Orleans Police. And then nothing on the front but the license plate, Louisiana license plate. New Orleans, Louisiana Police Department. Alright, there you go. Oh yeah, there you go. Next up, another purchase vehicle. This is the Mustang. Yeah, this is the Mustang, Ford Mustang SSP, 1991 version. This green light? Yeah, green light. It's a green light casting. Go ahead and try to zoom in a little bit. Got the Georgia State Patrol. All the Georgia State Patrol insignias on the side and on the side top, on the front, side front, in all its glory. Blue, two-tone color, blue on the side, white on the top, or cream colored on the top. Not pearl though. Has a light bar on the top for the Mustang, and Georgia State Patrol on the license plate on the. We put the license plate on. No, we didn't. Yeah, put Georgia license plate on there, and then we put the Georgia State Patrol, and then Georgia State Patrol on the hood. Disregard the number on the top, and this is just for our inventory purposes only. That's why it's got a label tape on it. And then on the other side it has the same thing on the other side. Nothing's changed, believe it or not. The hood opens. Nice, beautiful horsepower engine there. Enough horses in this thing to make this thing chase a few. And the light bar is great too. I love the light bar and everything else. We have the Florida State Patrol as well. And we have the Florida State Patrol as well, in the same make and model. Nicely done. It has the Florida emblem on that one. State Trooper on the top front, on the front side, on both sides. Good cream color. It's a two-tone color. Got a cream color or khaki color on the top, and black all the way around. Nicely done on this one. This one has the emblem on the top of the trunk. That state trooper on the just off the lip on the rear of the vehicle. Right next to Ford. It has the number as well. I think it does. Yes, it does. Got something on here. Yeah, we can call it a unit number, I guess. The unit number of the vehicle. Also has the, same side, and then it's two-tone colored, but the light bar is the same as the one in the Georgia State Patrol as well. Nicely done. Same make, and this too has a model. There's a little bit of color detail on this one than on the Georgia State Patrol one. Nicely done. Alright, and there you have it, the Mustangs. These are purchased vehicles, like I said, but nicely done. Made by Greenlight on both counts there, and bought those recently to add to the fleet. Both units. Nicely done. Next unit up is the Seattle Police Department. Seattle, Washington Police Department. Nicely done there. With the Ford Crown Victoria. We have a few Ford Crown Victorias in this month's preview. Custom and purchased vehicles. Custom and purchased first responder vehicles. Not bad at all. Nicely done. Got a good stripe on the side with his crest on the door, on the driver's side, passenger side doors, and it has Seattle on the Seattle Police on the side, on the rear, right next to it, on the stripe, going all the way across from front to back. Nicely done. This is a Greenlight series vehicle as well, and it has the Seattle Police on the rear of the vehicle. Has the unit number, license plate. Everything's nicely done. Seattle Police. Yeah. Same on the side. Unit number on the side of the door here on the rear. Right behind the rear door. Nicely done with the wheels. It rolls very well. Has a push bar on the front. Yeah, look at that. Light bar on the top. Kind of like a red, white, and blue, so to speak. All the way across. Nicely done. Make two of them in the process. Alright. There you go. Did make two. I'm getting everything mixed up, but these are purchased vehicles as well. Nicely done. They came off that 6-pack vehicles on the newly hooked up on a new package that just came out. I forgot what number it is. 49 maybe? Yeah. Maybe? Yeah, but it's the most recent one. The most recent one out of the bunch. Alright. What we have next? Next unit up is the South Carolina Highway Patrol. Yeah, this is a 1990 Chevrolet Capri. South Carolina Highway Patrol with the stripe all the way across from front to rear. And then it has the state trooper on the front side, on both sides. And then it has the famous wing, famous wing tip wing with the with the South Carolina State crest on it. Nicely done. And then kind of zoom in on it a little bit. Has a light bar on top, similar to the Georgia State Patrol and the Florida State Patrol on it. And then on this one, we'll do that. Some justice and zoom in on that. State Trooper on the rear of the vehicle. Nicely done. This was a purchased vehicle. Nicely done. Has the license, South Carolina license plate on it. And then same on the back. Nicely done. And the front. Zoom in on the front there. Yeah, nicely done. Rolls well. Rolls decently. Just like the look of it, and just bought, yeah, and bought a couple. Show you two in the process. This camera's going to be moving all the way around. I apologize. Almost better doing it by, the tripod is a mess. Better doing it by hand. But there you have it on the on these vehicles. South Green Light Chevy Capri South Carolina Highway Patrol vehicles, 1991. All right. We're gonna go in here. Next unit up is the North Dakota State Patrol vehicles. Alright, this one is the Chevy K5 Blazer, 1991. Built for the North Dakota State Patrol. Has a good stripe from front to rear. It says State Patrol on each side of the front. And it has this crest, North Dakota State Patrol crest on it, on the sides. Front, on the driver's side and passenger side. Light bar on top. On the rear has State Patrol on the back. And a license plate. Not too fancy. It's made by this is a Green Light casting. Has a good stance. It doesn't have the best stance to it. It looks like it's leaning on one side. And we'll try to fix it, but but to very little avail. We don't want to give it, if we try to straighten the stance, then it might affect the rolling of the wheels. Has a light bar on the top. Nice wheels though. And it has the hatchback that comes off. I kind of partly glued it on sections so it can stay in place. But they do come off. And they probably come off too loosely. So I just glued it in place. Give you an opportunity to look at this one. All its glory. Nicely done. And then we got two. There we go. And then we had two. These are purchased vehicles that came off that 6-pack. The only one you won't see out of the 6-pack that is those demonstrative pickup trucks. Now we bought those, but since they're the demonstrative ones. We didn't make we were planning on making a unit out of it. We didn't use those, but nicely done here. So you're not gonna, I don't think you're gonna see those. No, not gonna see those. Gotta put them away for that one. Next unit up is the New York State Police. This one is a Dodge Ram 2500 2021 model. This pickup truck definitely built for the snow and snow and the terrain of the New York area for the New York State Police. Has a long stripe from front to back, even long yellow stripe. The crest on the driver's side and the passenger side doors of their New York State Police crest. Has State Trooper on the back, posted on the back of each side of this truck. One of the few vehicles in the fleet that is like that. The rest, usually you'll see it up front, but on the pickup trucks, you'll see it you're starting to see it on the back. For pickup trucks, or larger vehicles, you might see that being posted on the back. But not too bad though, and it's definitely good. And in the back, it has State Police on the back with the stripe going across the tailgate. Has another yellow line on the bottom part of the tailgate going across. It's nicely done though, nicely built. Rolls well. We installed a license plate, but everything else came with it. It came with this purchased vehicle. Did good. It's a green light casting, just in case I didn't mention that, but this, definitely done. And the other side just the same. It has a light bar on the top, straight red light. That's what they go by. Red light bar. Nicely done. And then you see the front. Kind of detailed a little bit of the front of the grill with the chrome pin, demonstrating lights inside the grill. Everything else though we left like it is. Windshield up. I think we got a thumbprint that's inside the windshield. We didn't do that. We did not do that at all. We put in another one here. And there you go. And that, my friends, is the Dodge Ram 2500 2021 Dodge Ram 2500 New York State Police pickup truck. Nicely done. Next vehicle up, we have the Georgia State Patrol. Another Mustang in the Georgia State Patrol fleet. This one's a 1982 Ford Mustang GT. Green light casting. Yeah, this one's a 1982 casting. This one's a 1982 casting. This is a slick top vehicle at the time. That we got it and purchased like this. This is a purchased vehicle. We didn't customize it, but this is something we would customize on a vehicle on a casting like this. But it has Georgia State Patrol, orange Georgia State Patrol font and decals on it. On the side, on the side doors, passenger and driver side. State Trooper on each side of the front, on the front sides. Nicely done. Nicely done. Then we turn it around, you'll see the front. I don't think the hood opens on this one, but you can see the front in all its glory. Check out the light. Check out the light structure on this thing. Nicely done. And then we turn it around. We added the visor lights to the windshield, so it can give it some character and detail to it. Since it came in as a slick top, we left it as a slick top vehicle on this. I wonder what they used this for when they did the patrols, or was this regular patrols? Probably a vehicle with the regular patrols, because this is a silver colored. Just outside the norm of the blue and of their traditional blue, two-tone blue and white or silver two-tone colors there. We show you the trunk part, and in the trunk it has the Georgia State Patrol actually on the very lip of this thing, of the trunk, just above the license plate. Nice lights on it, good light detail on it, and that's it. Not too much after that, but nicely done though. I like doing when I do custom work, I like doing that on putting decals on small castings, because they don't have a lot of details on their decals and stuff. Even though this is a purchased vehicle, this is something I would do on the regular castings. I have plenty of Mustang castings that we could put small decals, like small units with not a lot of decals, like the Connecticut State Police, which doesn't use any decals in their current vehicles, and everything else. Georgia State Patrol, yeah, these designs will fit most of the castings that we have, and it works out tremendously well. But this is a purchased vehicle that came from that six-pack, green light six-pack that I was telling you about. And we just happened to buy two of them. So far, so good of this one. And keep it going for you. Alright. Here's another one, the Virginia State Police. I don't know why we didn't put these units together. Yeah. When we placed them in the tray, we didn't place them in order, so I'm just going by what we have here. But nicely done. This is the Dodge Charger. This is the Hot Wheels Dodge Charger casting of the Virginia State Police, using decals by Miss Rhonda Curley. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. And then we detailed the heck out of painted it. Yeah, and then we did a two-tone color. Yeah. And it kind of did a little fancy on the top rear, the top hood and the trunk of the vehicle. Yeah, kind of did a little fancy and just colored it a little bit on the hood of the vehicle. And we painted the trunk as well as the interior lip of the trunk of the Dodge Charger. And they put State Police decals on it. Detailed it front and back. Put a light bar to it and made it a police vehicle. As you can tell, the details definitely needed some detail work. And then apply the light bar to it, and then you'll see the Virginia State Police. This is the font version of the Virginia State Police on this one. Trooper on the side, on the side front, and driver's side, passenger side front. Nicely done. Has a crest on that's a crest on the side of the door next to the font of the Virginia State Police. Just wanted to show you that, and probably in a close-up version. Nicely done. And just that. Nicely done. Next unit up is the Oregon State Police. Nicely done here. This is a Hot Wheels casting, 2008 Lancer Evolution. I heard they don't make these vehicles anymore. Daggone it. I was starting to love these things. Now they don't make and now they stopped. They didn't do production on it. But we put this baby decals on the Lancer Evolution. These decals are by Bill Bozo. Thank you, Mr. Bill. Bill Bozo decals there. And it's a vehicle that we made into a police car because we seen how it does on diecast racing. Diecast racing leagues, boy, their cars always seem to be built to race, and we figured we have one that's built to race too. So this is it. We put decals of the Oregon State Police. Put the light bar on top, and had the decals here on the state trooper on the front sides. We have the symbol and the crest on the doors, on the driver and passenger side, and both sides of the doors, front doors, and got the stripe on had the stripe on it. Some vehicles in their fleet has the stripe, some don't. And here we went to Oregon State Police on the Oregon State Police writing on the back, right underneath the Mitsubishi symbol. Detailed the rear of the lights and put a light bar on it. No license plate. We gotta put a license plate on that thing. Gotta remind myself to do that before it goes out on the road or it becomes illegal. Only in my world. And then that's it. Look at that. That's a beautiful car. We just had to make it a police car. And it looked good. The Oregon State Police. This was customized and built on a Hot Wheels Lancer Evolution casting here. Not bad at all. Nicely done. Now, do we have anything else? That's Oregon State Police. We can try to build on that. Yeah, I know, right? Next unit up is the Dodge Ram, 2015 Dodge Ram here, with our fictional unit, the Monroe County Police Department. Nicely done. We have the, this is a matchbox casting that we got from a 5-pack of the Texas Department of Public Safety. They had their vehicles, and this was a blank vehicle when we got it. And then we had to paint around the front and the back, the bumpers in the front and the back, as well as detail it. It didn't have a lot of detail to it, but we put a lot of detail to it and then refurbished it and made it to another unit. This is our unit, fictional unit, Monroe County Police Department. We put the Monroe County Police on this one, of our decals, with the decals we made, and then made that baby hum. And put some light details on the back and on the back of the cab of the vehicle on the top there. And then it already came with the light bar and the mirrors and everything else. It just made it easier for us to put that on here. No license plate. No license plate. Nicely done here. Look at that. On the other side as well. Not too bad, but we did paint the front. We did paint the front and the mirror covers to give it a little depth, give it a little detail and depth. Nicely done. And here we made two of them. Dodge Ram 2015 Dodge Ram pickup truck castings that we made into, that was already a police vehicle coming in. We just turned around and refurbished it and made it to this unit. the fictional Monroe County Police Department. Nicely done. Alright, next unit up is also 2015 Dodge Ram pickup trucks. This one's the Connecticut State Police. Why? No decals. You figure with no decals, it's easier to make the Connecticut State Police. And when you're customizing, yes, it is easy. You don't have to worry about putting any decals on there. Just detail the heck out of it. But, and like I said, this is their current model. Now they did have decals on their police vehicles previously, but that was back in the 80s. And you look at those decals and you'll probably agree with the troopers working today and currently working now. Yeah, that's why we went blank with these on the decals. But nicely done. But it's the most identifiable vehicle that you'll see when you cross the state of Connecticut. Yeah, you can identify with these babies real quick. They already have the light bar, the push bar on the front, all structured. You know, have state police, a license plate, and on the light bar. You'll see it in some location, but definitely on the license plate, they'll let you know they're state police. But if you didn't know already, looking on the outside, looking in, seeing these vehicles, they're definitely unique. But straight up, and their police vehicles are in a metallic silver color anyway, and you'll have no problems finding them on the roads. Hence, if you were paying attention, and I hope you are, and not wait till they pull you over when you pay attention. But nicely done. The Connecticut State Police, we have that going on there. Next unit up. The Illinois State Police. Decals by Bill Bozo. Put on a Matchbox a police interceptor sedan vehicle. Nicely done. Put a decal stripe all the way across. This was a customized vehicle, so we put the decal stripe all the way across. Has state police on the stripe, as well as the crest star on the stripe as well. Nicely done there. Oh, okay. Yeah, nicely done there. And then we look at the rear. I'll have state police on the back. Nicely done. And don't worry, we put that clear coat finish on these vehicles as well. They're holding up very well. I'm impressed. The fact that you can put it on, like I said, you don't have to. You can put it on thick, you can put it on thin, you can put it on a decal or the entire, or just paint the entire vehicle. You can use an application brush or a regular paint brush, and it'll get the job done. And like I say, you can even paint over the details as well. I wouldn't be surprised if you could put in an airbrush and spray it, and spray it as a clear coat finish. Now it won't be shiny as Hewitt's Hot Wheels finished projects with looking like glass, but it'll do the job in sealing these decals and giving you a good clear coat finish that you can be proud of. And it'll hold those, giving it a clear coat finish. It'll seal it in place, all the decals in place, including the small ones, and get the job done. You won't have to worry about those small decals falling off, and being able to hold it cautiously. It's durable. You can play with them, display them, knock the dust off of them. And if you're not sure, or you want to put another coat on it, yeah, go ahead, put another coat on it in about a couple of months or a year or so from now. Yeah, but nicely done. No cracks, no streaks, no yellowing, no airs. Trust me, this is part of the decal. The yellowing here is part of the decal. This is the Matchbox Ford Interceptor sedan, police interceptor sedan for the Illinois State Police. Next vehicle up, this is the BMW. Yeah, BMW M5 Police. Now this has already been a police unit, a foreign police unit, as a matter of fact, and we turned it around, refurbished it. You know, took the decal, took the tampons off, and refurbished it into this one. This is the Washington Metropolitan Police Department. We actually made that the state of the United States, so to speak. We did great with that. Nicely done. We put the, you know, the stripe decals on each side. We have the Metropolitan Police on the front of the license plate there. Yeah. Show it close. Yeah. There we go. Metropolitan Police on the side. Nicely done. Look at that. Police on this. Police decal on the side. With the MPDC and the crest in the middle, in between the MP and DC. And it's settling on the back side of it. And then you have the chevron across the back in the rear, and the license plate. Yeah, it does have police. It does have police on the, just underneath the license plate. I was wondering if it had the police on it at all, but it does have the police just below the license plate. Now you're probably wondering, what am I doing with these castings? And you don't keep the ones you have. We do try to buy two if we can, and if we have, you know, we'll put those in the jammers, the actual original one in the jammers. The other one that we have any extras after that, then we refurbish them and make it to police cars of another unit. Yes, that's how we roll. We roll because we can. And boy, when you get the building like we do, you can as well. No doubt about it. Next one up, Matchbox casting of the 2012 Dodge Charger Pursuit vehicle. This is the Indiana State Police. We refurbished it and made it to the Indiana State Police. The DC Police that I just showed you, and these came from Bill Bozo decals. Thank you, Mr. Bill, for these decals. Outstanding job. This Indiana State Police casting has the Indiana State Police emblem on both the driver's side and passenger side doors. State Trooper on this, on the, you know, top front side. This already came with a light bar, the mirrors, and this is a casting that came with a light bar, the mirrors, and the front bar. Nicely done. We just did the detail. We just detailed the heck out of it. This was another unit as well, and we made, don't worry, we saved one, but we had a handful of these castings, and we refurbished them and made them to other units. So you'll see that we made a couple of units here from this casting. This is one of them, the Indiana State Police in this casting. You'll see the State Police on the back, license plate, and you'll see, and we detailed, like I said, we detailed the heck out of these vehicles. And then you'll see that, let's make two. Nicely done. Nicely done. And then we made another unit with this casting, the Louisiana State Police. Nicely done. Decals by Bill Bozo as well, and we put it on this type of casting. So since it's the same casting, we'll show you that it just has a Louisiana State Police on the driver's side, passenger side door. Did great with that. The front, got State Trooper on the front side. Detailed it a little bit. Probably did a little bit different because it had the, because we want to identify between different units and stuff. Maybe we'll put antennas on this one, on one of the units, so it could be distinct from the other. But definitely not too much after that. Same casting, so everything else. You got State Police, and then the bottom you'll have unit number, and it'll have the website address on the bottom. You're not going to see it too well. Like I said, the decals by Bill Bozo. He does a great job making it legible. Yeah, you see that? lhp.org. And then you have the phone number right there. Nicely done. Don't call that number now. Don't call that number now. Yeah, I don't think y'all in trouble, but y'all don't call that number. Next unit up is the Will County Sheriff. Nicely done here on a green light casting. This is a blank casting of the Police Interceptor utility, for Police Interceptor utility, and we just refurbished it. Well, it wasn't even it's just a Ford Explorer actually, and we got the casting, we converted it into a Police Interceptor utility vehicle. The Will County Sheriff is in Illinois, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I believe it's in Illinois. And is a well designed, a well decorated unit. Now, the decals are by Bill Bozo, and these are good decals. However, there is one. They do Will County. I think they have two designs, but two different color schemes. They have a white scheme here, and they have a black scheme. A black, they can put it on a black. With a black background scheme. So they have two color schemes, a black and a white. So you'll see the designs. You might see one customizer that'll have Will County Sheriff in a black Police Interceptor utility vehicle, or in a casting that's colored black, and they'll use those. They're probably using that currently with the black than they do with the white Police Interceptor utilities, but they do have it. And we detailed the front of it a little bit with some light details on it, especially right underneath the grill, the turn signal part of it. I think if you want to call it the turn signal, or the hazard light part of it, not bad at all. And this one is pretty darn good. And we detailed the wheels as well, and then put the bumper number on the side right next to the rear door. Nicely done. And then on the back, we zoom in. It'll have Will County Sheriff. It'll have the Will County and then Sheriff on it, on the top part of the tailgate, and then on the bottom part of the tailgate it'll have his website. Has a flag on the other side, on the side too, as well as the unit number on top of the flag on the side. And then I'll have another symbol on the right hand side of the tailgate. Not too bad. We tailored it to keep it intact as much as possible. Nicely done. Nicely done. All right, and it has a light bar on the top. We used the same casting to make this unit as well, so we're not going to beat around the bush on this. So it has the Marine Corps Police Department. Yeah, we went military, you guys. We was using these castings to celebrate Memorial Day and thanking them for the service. Did well with this one. Tremendous job with that. Marine Corps Police decals came from Bill Bozo. Thank you, Mr. Bill. Did a great job with that. And since the casting is the same thing, and we just show you the decals. Police decal on the top hood. We also detail the light, did the light details on the front. Put a light bar on top. Got it with the side. Detailed the wheels. And on the back, it has police 911 on it, and then the Marine Corps police badge on it. Nicely done. Nicely done. And that's what we're doing with these Ford Explorers that we're making into Ford police interceptor utility vehicles. You didn't think we could do that, did we? Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Now we have green light castings, actual police cars and stuff, but this is good too. You know, if they're available, we're going to get them, and we're going to get them, and we're going to get them. And if they're still in the pegs, we're going to get them. And that's what's been happening. They've been on the pegs, at least one of them, at least one in the peg, and we've been getting them. No doubt about it. Let's keep it going, shall we? Same casting. Same casting. This is the Air Force Police, Security Police. Just has police on it. It'll have the font with Air Force on it, but it also has Air Force. You know, did the light bar and everything else, the same details that we did with the other Armed Forces vehicles. And this one came with the decals, the Air Force icon decal. And then on the back it has USAF police, and then it has police down the bottom. We also put the Air Force crest on it in the rear, as well as the license plate. They're pretty good all the way around. Decals by Bill Bozo. You did great on that one. Nicely, nicely done. Let's keep it going, shall we? And the U.S. Army. The U.S. Army one. We did the same thing with the U.S. Army, with the U.S. Army Military Police. The only difference is the decals. This decal is by Miss Rhonda Curley. We already had one. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. We already had this one in place, along with Bill, before we ordered from Bill Bozo, or was it the other way around? But anyway, we know this was separate from all the other Armed Forces branches. Did that, used the decals here. This one had different units, different posts that it could patrol in. We used Fort Bliss because that's where we trained that for our last 2 tours of duties in Afghanistan, believe it or not. And you know, that's what's on the side. Got a military Fort Bliss military on it. We cut that separately. Got police on the other side. Has the chevron in the bottom of the tailgate. Nicely done. And the license plate. And then on the other side, of course, it's the same. Added the light bar and did the details just like the others. Nothing on the hood. And there you have it for all the military branches of service. Did we get Coast Guard? I don't think we have Coast Guard yet. Ready yet. Oh, bummer. But they'll be ready to go. They'll be ready to go by the next update. And to make up for the fact that they didn't join in on the Memorial Day festivities, they'll be ready for Veterans Day. And they'll probably have more than one vehicle. We'll probably have more than one vehicle for the Coast Guard. Nicely done. Next unit up is the New York, New Jersey Port Authority Police in their specialty unit vehicle. The Police Interceptor Utility. Decals by Miss Rhonda Curley of Police Decals and Deals. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. And it has the stripe going across from front to back. Nicely done. It has the crest over it and the police over the police font underneath the stripe. Also has one on the front part of the stripe and the unit number on the back part of the stripe. We got police. We have police on the front. Lights detailed, but I think they already had these lights detailed when we got these. When we got these castings, these are green light castings. Until I tell you otherwise, but these are green light castings right here, and the military ones that we had with the branches of services, they are also green light castings as well. Light bar, we inserted the light bar on it. This one just says Port Authority Police on the rear of the tailgate. Did a license plate and gave it to you in all its glory. Look at that. We're trying to widen it up. Well, there you go. There you go. The Port Authority Police. New York, New Jersey Port Authority Police on the green light police interceptor utility casting. This is your Chevy Tahoe casting. Next unit up is the Louisville, Kentucky Metro Police Department. Why Metro? It's yeah, nicely done on this. Decals by Cardinal Police Dyke. Well, no, yeah, it's not Cardinal Police Diecast. Yeah, it is JNS decals. JNS decals with this one. We work with all vendors because we want to build a rapport and see how their decals are anyway. And they have them. We're trying. We might as well use them and see how they go. But definitely on a Chevy Tahoe casting. This is a 2021, I believe. Chevy Tahoe casting. Nicely done. Has the stripe going diagonal from front to the center of the side of the vehicle in the doors. Has the police font on it, Louisville, the crest, and everything else. They're overlapping the stripe, that diagonal stripe. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. What else we have going on here? We looking good. Already had the light bar in place, the push bar in place on this. And looks good on the other side. 911 on the rear on both of them. Now we meant to put this on a smaller casting like a Police Interceptor sedan for the Matchbox casting, Police Interceptor sedan. But this decal was too big for it and we couldn't fit it. So we got this vehicle right quick. We already took the tampons off. They had tampons, had police demonstrative tampons on it. We took them off, and then we already had them off previously, and we used these, and we used this vehicle to save it, to save the decals once we found out it wasn't going to fit. And then it fit, and then we used this one. This came out in the purge, so this wasn't expected to be the vehicle we was going to use to put this on, but since we did, and since it matches the color scheme of what we was trying to put it on there, we put it on there, and it came out with a lovely save on the decals, getting this going, because they were flaking out a little bit if we let those things dry. Would have flaked out. It has the police metro on it, on the rear, the tailgate. Has other inscriptions as well, the unit number. Yeah, did a great job with this. Nicely done. And there you have it, the Louisville, Kentucky Police Department. Nicely done. And there you have it. That's it. That's what we have to show you. I hope so. That's all we have to show you. I tell you what, we did a great job with this. Thank you for watching W.K.R.H 12 Productions, and thank you for your support of the channel in every way, in any way, shape, or form. We always appreciate your support. Once again, you're watching W.K.R.H 12 Productions. We'll see you next month for another edition of new purchase and customized first responder police cars and first responder vehicles. I'm Keith. We'll see you on the next one.